Hi everybody, Sajin here. I'm just recording a quick video, real quick here, and I'm recording from my phone because I'm having some issues with OBS, which I normally record things from at the moment. But I wanted to do a quick video because I just got back from my local retro GameStop. Made a little trek out there. If you're in the Colorado Springs area, we do just have one retro GameStop. It's if you're in the area, it's on North Academy past Woodman, so pretty north Colorado Springs. I imagine Denver has one, but I'm not going all the way out to Denver for that. But I wanted to check it out and see what they had in store at the retro GameStop. So I made it a big deal to head out today. I grabbed a couple things. The selection wasn't incredibly great. I feel they had they didn't there wasn't a whole lot of, I think, sixth gen. So there wasn't. I don't think there was any GameCube. I don't think there was any PS2. They had like two original Xbox games from what I recall. Maybe another one that didn't have like the proper case and everything. But the ones they did have for original Xbox, they had Kung Fu Chaos and Full Spectrum Warrior. I remember. Um, and then in like a case, they did have some older stuff. Like they had a couple like NES cartridges and some N64 games. I saw a couple copies of Pokemon Stadium and I believe a Banjo Tooie in there. But I don't have that stuff anymore, so I can't get those. I was kind of focusing on the Xbox stuff going in because if you've been watching my recent videos, I recently got an Xbox Series X, upgraded from the S, so I can get discs now. And backwards compatibility is a big thing on Xbox, and this is the first generation that I've gotten into them. So I missed out on like physical stuff for Xbox like up until now. So I kind of wanted to finally get some like Xbox 360 and original Xbox games physically to see what that's like. I did find a couple. I was doing a whole lot of research going in, trying to find some interesting ones. And so the one that I had done research on that they had there was Split Second. Um, which, as you can see, it's a was just $7.99. I thought the prices were reasonable. That's another thing. I thought the prices were reasonable, except say it was like a Modern Warfare like if it was like a Mario or like first party stuff like on the Wii. Like I think I saw Super Mario Galaxy 2 for like $45 still and stuff like that. But if it's not any of that stuff, and if it's like seventh gen or before, I think it's going to be reasonably priced like this. Um, at least as far as I can tell, it had the proper casing and everything. That because that's a big thing I've been wanting. I've been wanting these fluorescent green Xbox cases. But yeah, this is one I looked into. It's kind of like pretty Burnout esque if you're not familiar with it. And it's also by Disney Interactive. I'm not sure what they have to do with it, but there are some scratches on the front of it right there, but as you can see, it is complete. So we do have the manual and everything with it. That looks really nice. I love this. That's another thing too. I love this like holographic like Xbox labeling in the middle there. And the disc appears to be in pretty decent condition. There's maybe just a few smudges on it, I believe. Or no, this one actually looks good. That might have been another one I was thinking of. So decent quality there. So that's a good one. Another thing before I continue is I did go in. I did go in trading a couple things to try and cushion the blow of whatever I was going to purchase as well. Uh, um, and unfortunately, because back when I moved, I had done a big trade in, was trying to get rid of a bunch of games to save some space and stuff, and I was actually surprised by the amount that I had gotten for trade in value. And got like I traded in. I posted on Twitter a while back, had a whole stack of games that I went and traded in, and they didn't even take all of them, and I still got a decent amount, and I ended up getting like 2 or 3 games while I was there. And so that worked out. I wanted to cushion the blow and like trade a few more games that there were a few other games I had here that I was willing to part with. I went ahead and got rid of my Wii copies of Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 3. I have them on PC and stuff now, and with Plutonium and all that, they're better ways to play them. I don't even think you can do the online on those anymore on the Wii, so it's just kind of pointless. And then I had Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, which I was trying to find a retro Spyro experience, and that one was not it. That was not a good one. So so yeah, I brought those three into trade. I thought maybe they wouldn't want Enter the Dragonfly because it's kind of almost notoriously bad at this point, I feel like. So I kind of included those Call of Duties in there to like, come on, take it. But surprisingly, so first off, I didn't get a whole lot for those 3 games. I only got $5. But I mean, GameStop not giving a lot in trade-in value most of the time, like that's nothing new. We know about that. What I found interesting though, let's see how readable this is they actually wanted. It's just a trade-in thing. It doesn't have my card information or anything on it, so I think we're good. But I think they actually gave me more trade-in value for Enter the Dragonfly than Modern Warfare 3 on the Wii, and I find that hilarious. But like Black Ops 1 on the Wii, that gave me the most. That gave me like half of the value that I got. So I thought that I just thought that was hilarious. But and I did see that they actually had a copy of Modern Warfare 3 on the Wii in there, and I did look at the price of that, and surprisingly, it was only going for about $7 when I think they had Black Ops 1 as well, and that one was going for about 13. So again, the prices aren't too bad. But anyway, continuing with what I brought back with me, I found another 360 game that I saw because I like while I was looking at stuff in there, and as I've been researching, I have been looking at like the backwards compatibility list, and hopefully it's all still up to date and everything. I saw this was on the list when I was there, but hadn't actually researched it or anything. But it's a game called Time Shift. I thought the cover looked really interesting. Like the visor of the helmet here is a little holographic-y or especially shiny, I feel like. And it was only $8. The thing that I found really interesting about it, I looked at the back a little bit. It does mention some like time abilities, slowing down time and stuff. Maybe it's like Blink's the Minesweeper if it was a first-person shooter, and that would be cool. But the thing I found interesting about it is it says here it has an exclusive behind the scenes DVD inside. And I lo and behold, when I opened the case, it had the DVD. And so it's just a very interesting. I feel like personally, I feel like there's not enough because like almost every movie you get physically comes with a behind the scenes featurettes and stuff like that, and that they don't do that with games, and I don't understand why. But I was very fascinated by that, and the fact that, and it is complete aside from that. As you can see, we do have the manual and the disc and everything. So it's a complete one with the DVD. It's even got the holographic Xbox stuff on the inside there. I do like that. But yeah, if it didn't have the DVD, I probably wouldn't have been interested in it and just passed it up. But the fact that it was that complete, I thought I had to get it. And everything looks cool with it. I don't, it almost gives me like Haze vibes or something. Not that I've played Haze, but just like the yellow with the visor and everything like that. Um, and so yeah, I picked that up as well. There were unfortunately, I didn't unfortunately didn't find any other 360 titles that really enticed me. They did have the original Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing, for the 360, which has like Banjo Kazooie in it and everything. And I want to play that so bad, but it's not on the backwards compatibility list, unfortunately. Um, and then just looking around at other stuff, because they didn't have a lot of 6th gen stuff, but they had a whole lot of Xbox 360 stuff, and they had a good amount of Wii stuff as well. PS3 was there too, but not quite as prominent as these two, I feel like. Um, and so I did look at the Wii games briefly, and there was a title that stuck out to me. Ironically, I did just trade in a Spyro game, but they had The Legend of Spyro: The Eternal Night at $10. And I'm trying to remember. I was warned about one of these Wii ones, and I can't remember if it was this one or not. But I kind of don't care about that because what really enticed me when I saw this case was boom. It's got a dark purple. Maybe even, yeah, no, it's dark purple. Just whole dark purple side. Basically, like the same appeal to it. Like if you got Deus Ex Human Revolution for the Wii, it was the only side cover that was black. And so it just really stands out on your display. I do kind of love when they do that. And so, like, regardless of how good or bad the game is, that's going to look nice and crisp on a shelf. And then it is complete as well. So it's got the right case, it's got the manual and all that. Um, I do really like the era of Wii discs as well. That just really pops. The logoing there. That looks really nice. And just how they colored the discs and they all look nice. So this was actually the first thing that grabbed me, I believe. I was considering picking up Full Spectrum Warrior for the Xbox. It was in, by the way, because I did mention that, it was in, they had Kung Fu Chaos, but it didn't have the proper case to it, and I don't think that's on backwards compatibility, so that was a deterrent. But Full Spectrum Warrior is on the backwards compatibility list, and it had the, it didn't have like the green case, it had the like Platinum Hits case. So it had, I'm pretty sure it was correct. It had like the silver case and all of that. And so it was complete. I'm pretty sure it had the manual and everything in it too. But I think I actually have a PS2 copy of Full Spectrum Warrior, and I was looking for something like a little more interesting to pick because I have plenty of shooters, even though I just grabbed Time Shift, but still, there I have plenty of those to play. So I was looking for something maybe a little more interesting on original Xbox, and I'll probably just go online and find something. And then the last thing I grabbed when I was there, not necessarily part of the retro section, but I wanted Visions of Mana. I was originally considering picking it up on PS5. I played the demo on the Series S, but the frame rate wasn't good there. I played the demo on PS5 and it ran great, so I was considering getting it there. But then that was before I grabbed a Series X, and the Series X is in my room and everything, and so I feel like I have the best chance of playing through it here. And this was a new copy, but like the disc was out, or the case was out on display, and they had to grab the disc. But these are Blu-rays, so I'm sure they'll be fine. And I do kind of like, because I never got one of these more recent Xbox discs either, and I do kind of like the aesthetic they're going for of like the all gray side, but the as long as like the logo and like the font and all of that are the same and that pops, like that's good. It's kind of the equivalent of like the Wii era where they wanted to do like all white sides, but the logoing was correct. And so I do like that. But yeah, I'm excited for that. Um, and then yeah, I'm probably just gonna look around for an original Xbox game or two because I kind of wanted one of each. I wanted an original Xbox, I wanted a 360 physical disc, and a modern one as well, just for reference and to know what that was like, essentially. But yeah, I got these like bright green cases for 360, so I'm happy about that. They are a little like dirty and worn out and stuff on the outside, those retro cases, but I mean that's bound to happen with time. but it was an okay experience. They had a good amount of stuff there. I saw they had some fun like accessory stuff not related to retro. I saw like a Razer Kitsune leverless controller on the wall behind the register, and that was fun. Um, I also saw, what else did I see? They had like the accessibility controller for the PS5, the like circular thing with all the buttons, and that was cool. Um, I think they have one of those new PDP guitar controllers that I think are bad, but it was there. And but yeah, still pretty huge sections I think for like all the modern consoles as well. Like especially the PlayStation section was pretty big. I think like a huge PS4 section right next to PS5, and then the Xbox stuff was all kind of huddled together in the front, and then like a great big Switch like corner where it was like part of this wall that had like the consoles to purchase or like out on display to mess with, and then like some pre-orders, and then like the whole like half of the back wall was Switch games still. So of course they have sections for those, and then the front right of the store was a huge Funko section, and then all the merch in the middle. So not too much, not too much different there, but they still have a good amount of space for everything. I feel, and the retro section took up a good portion of the back wall as well. Just the selection could have been a little bit better. I feel like all the prices were reasonable because I wasn't going after anything um all that rare. I feel like, or like the real like branded like first party stuff, because like the Mario stuff on old consoles and all that would be too expensive. They also, I mean, I saw some game cartridges here and there, but they also didn't have a huge selection of 3DS or DS games. I don't know if I mentioned that. Um, it was a little unfortunate because I'd been playing a Fossil Fighters um, fairly regularly through stream, and I was considering if they had like the second or third one, I probably would have picked it up because it would probably be fun to play one of those on like the uh, the equipment or like the hardware it's meant for. So, but yeah, it was okay. I got some fun stuff that I'm going to be messing with. Let me know about your recent GameStop experience, if you've had one or if you're looking to go back. Let me know what you're looking forward to. And until next time, see ya. Thanks.